Hello everybody, Epic Mewtwo here. Today we are going to be opening the only, as far as I know in terms of like big figures, Masked Saiyan figure in existence. Now it is technically a Super Dragon Ball Heroes figure, as you guys saw if you watched the last Beat figure unboxing. And I was kind of skeptical, I'm going to be honest, about getting this figure. And the reason why is because, by the way, they show Ultra Instinct Goku and the Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Goku on the back. If they ever make him as a figure, picking him up immediately. Don't care how much he costs. I did talk about, too, how it's weird that Xeno Goku's in the same set as Beat is also. But I think Masked Saiyan is on the box of Xeno Goku. Very odd. Either way, check that out for more information, the Beat video from last video. I don't know why I was tripping over my words here. Pretty simple box, you know, it's mostly the same of what we've seen before. So let's get up into it right away. Oh, by the way, here, real quick, let me show the top of the box. This is the Toei Animation sticker showing that this figure is the real deal. Let's hop into him. As I was saying before, I was kind of, what's the word I want to say? Skeptical about this guy. I saw a couple of videos of people unboxing him online, and I don't know, his like face to me just kind of didn't really encapsulate well. Like, you know, of course, like likeness is very important for a figure. You know, if a figure's face looks all kinds of messed up, then it's like, you know, it's not as good as it could be, because you want the figure, you know, to match what the character actually looks like. So I did get him for like cheaper than, you know, like I saw some other places. I got him for 25 bucks on Amazon on a bid. So I got him for a decent price. So I will of course provide links if you want to pick this guy up in the description below. But needless to say, I was skeptical of getting this guy. Only because his likeness seemed kind of off to me. I thought there was something else in the box. And the only reason why was just because, like, his face, I don't know what it was. Ooh, I'm getting an overwhelming figure smell coming from that boy right now. Ooh, his face looked kind of off, so I don't want to reveal him yet. His face looked kind of off, and I think it was just because, like, he's, you know, obviously on the front of the box here, let me show you again. He's, like, holding his face like this, right? And it's because his hand isn't actually touching his face. Like, here it looks okay. I guess you can kind of see here. It looks okay. But I don't know, like, on the actual figure, it just looked kind of cartoony. So we'll actually see how it looks. Like I said, his hand isn't actually touching his face, which I think might be the problem of why it looks so weird. But let's pull him out. I am excited about, oh my gosh. Look at my man's muscles. Oh my gosh. He's got some definition. Either way. That's why I was kind of skeptical about getting this guy, but I did want to get him, because obviously I'm a big fan of Masked Saiyan. He's kind of, part of the theme on the channel here, of course, like my icon is styled like him, or his mask, anyway. Alright, so let's cut him open. Like I said, very skeptical about this guy, so we'll see if I actually recommend getting him or not. I will either way provide links if you want to buy him in the description below. But I did want to get him just because, like I said, he's like, besides like, you know, the minifigures, like the UDMs like I have in the back, and some of like the smaller ones like I showed off in the Beat video, he's the only Masked Saiyan to my knowledge that exists. There's not a Figure Arts one yet. Alright, so let's take a look at the head. And there's not anything else that I know of. Okay, so far we're looking pretty good in terms of the head. I do like the hair sculpt. Interesting that they have, like, you can kind of see into the mask here. Of course, this is when, this particular part is from a scene in Dragon Ball Heroes, where Bardock gets his, excuse me, well, I guess you can kind of see his Bardock here. I do like that they painted the bandana on. Oh, it's actually on the back. Cool, I didn't even notice that. Let's put that to the side for now. When the mask gets broken off by someone fighting him, I forget who it is. I think it's just like a character from Dragon Ball Heroes. This is a tall boy, by the way. And so the mask gets broken off and he's like, "Arr!" You know, so that's kind of what's happening here. The base as well is just a base. He does not really, well, he kind of floats. He's more like Xeno Goku in the way that he's kind of like standing on his heels more so. Alright. Bam. Stand is about as big as Beat's. So not too bad. Let's actually put him together, though. Oops, sorry, Beat. I just unboxed Beat, and it's in the same time. You'll be seeing this like a week later, but I literally just unboxed Beat, so he's on the floor right now. Okay, so before we even get into this, very interesting shading on the legs. That's not even like the lighting, like that's just like kind of white there, or whiter, as you can see with when I tilt it to that light. And this is kind of whitish, like on the top here. Very interesting. Wonder why they did that. His muscle definition is incredible, by the way. Like, my man's is bulking at the seams. Maybe that is the masked power kind of taking him over. And he has a Saiyan tail wrapped around him, which is pretty cool. Alright. Let's finally put this guy on. Interesting, too. The neck thing is kind of weird. Alright. Ooh, his head. Is his head going to be loose like Beat? I hope not. Alright, let me see if I can push it on there as far as I go. Okay, so it is like... Oh, okay. I kind of get why they made it not touching the face. Because if they didn't, you kind of have to like have the head on there already. If the hand like was already touching the face, because obviously you couldn't like slip the head on. Is the finger preventing it from going on any further? I think a little bit. Can you hear me? Can you hear it shaking? All right, I think that. Alright, that should be on as far as it goes. You can hear like the plastic. I don't know if you can hear that on camera, but like the plastic's clicking a little bit because it's going into place. Alright. How do I feel about this guy? Like I said, I was kind of a little bit skeptical in the beginning. He is very tall. He doesn't actually fit on camera all the way. He's a lot better than it looked in videos and stuff. Let's actually put him on the stand. He is definitely a lot better than he looked in a lot of like the YouTube videos I saw people unboxing him and stuff. Camera's gonna shake for a second. Actually, you know what? Here, I can just put him on like this. He looks a lot better than he did in like YouTube videos and stuff that I saw. And in some of the pictures. Definitely looks a lot better in person. I know there's a couple figures that are like that, and sometimes it's the opposite. Fortunately for us, it's not the opposite in that case. But, alright, so he's on there. So as you can see, his stand kind of works like Xeno Goku, where he's like floating a little bit. He's supposed to be like floating midair or whatever. Alright, so let's actually get some, so he can actually fit in the frame like that. But let's actually get a better shot of him. Let me move the knife out of the way. Alright, so... Bardock here, or well, I guess you can tell it's Bardock, but who is it? Masked Goten Black? I don't know. Anyway, oh, by the way, if I didn't mention, this figure is made by Banpresto as well. Most of the Dragon Ball Hero stuff is just because I guess they have a good relationship with the people who make it, which is not Bandai, I don't think. All right, so he definitely looks a lot better in person than he did in videos and stuff. Because in some of the videos that I saw, he looked kind of interesting too, that they don't have like the headband go around the head. It's supposed to like be going through his hair. That's why that's there. You're not going to really be displaying him from the back. Look at that freaking muscle right there. Jeez. But no, he looks a lot better than he does in some of the videos. Probably from this angle though, it does look kind of weird with the mask like that. But if you're just looking at him like this. Well, I guess you can't really see his face there at all. Like this, that looks pretty cool. Just like that. That looks super dope. Alright, so I am actually very glad that I got this guy. Ooh, now it's kind of setting in how cool this guy is now. I'm kind of starting to feel it. Very cool figure. Okay. I would recommend the pickup on this guy. If you are a fan of Masked Saiyan, obviously he's in more than just Dragon Ball Heroes. He's in Xenoverse as well. They did a good job with like the tube thing around his neck too. But I would recommend picking this guy up. He's definitely a very good figure. Let me actually... Oops, sorry Goku, I didn't mean to bonk your freaking head there. No! I don't want to mess up you. Or that, whatever. You got my point. Alright. Let's compare him next to the other Dragon Ball Heroes figures. So, in terms of size comparison with Xeno Goku here, they compare pretty well. Of course, Xeno Goku is a little bit... So, like, his body is actually, I think, a little bit bigger. Because if you look at, like, their feet specifically, Xeno Goku's definitely look... There we go. Better lighting. His definitely look a little bit bigger. I don't know if you can tell on camera just because of like how the black is here. Interesting too how like the paint job here is like more shiny, and then this one's like shiny but kind of in a different way. Like this is more matte and this is more like, like not reflective, but More shiny, I guess. Although that side looks more matte. Huh. That's really weird. Either way, though. So they definitely scale pretty well. Yeah, they scale pretty well. I was gonna say in the beginning, like, they don't. Of course, Goku's a little bit taller just because of the freaking hair. Interesting, though, that they never had Bardock, like, in Dokkan Battle, you know, he's kind of, like, leaning over, like, hunched over, like, clutching the mask. But here, he's just, like, standing straight up. I kind of would have rather saw that pose, but that's okay. Definitely really cool, though, either way. Let's see, just for comparison's sake. Come here, Beat. Wait, can I grab him? There we go. I have him right next to me. Like I said, I just technically unboxed these guys in real time. Okay. So, Beat here. Oh, my gosh. Mass Saiyan towers over Beat as well, of course. Oh, that's kind of funny. They're like, go up. I didn't even try to do that in terms of the height. But that is a good size comparison there for Bardock. So obviously Beat is shorter than him, even on the stand. If he was standing straight up, you know, he'd still be, I guess he'd be like maybe taller than he is on here. I don't know. But either way, this video is about my boy Mass Saiyan, not Beat. But definitely recommend the pickup on this guy. Good size comparison in terms of these. I think he's going to be a little bit smaller. I do have a Resolution of Soldiers, like base form, regular Bardock with the Scouter on pre-order. I think he's going to be a little bit smaller, even in just terms of the body build, just because of how I know that series. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'll definitely compare this guy to that figure when he comes. But these guys have a pretty good size comparison, I'd say. Out of the three, because now we've unboxed all of the Dragon Ball Heroes figures in this set, it's kind of hard to say. I really like Xeno Goku's outfit, of course. But I'm a big fan of Mass Saiyan. Technically, he could be from other things besides Dragon Ball Heroes, because these two are like very Dragon Ball Heroes specific. I don't know which one's my favorite. I like them all a lot. By the way, just for the base comparison size, I actually realized that Xeno Goku's is actually really not as big as I thought it was. It's only like maybe a hair bigger than Bardock's. So that's not too bad. Definitely for the size of the base, because I know sometimes the size of bases for these characters get annoying, and it's harder to display them just because they take up so much space with the base when the figure doesn't necessarily take up that much space. I guess Xeno Goku's my favorite. I don't know. I really like this Mass Saiyan now that I have him. He's a lot better than I actually thought he was going to be in some of the videos and stuff. I don't know if you can tell in my video that he looks better. Maybe it's just because I got a good sculpt of him or something. I don't know, because it's all the same, obviously, you know, it's all produced from a machine. But I don't know. Interesting, though. He definitely kind of looks like he's more clutching his face when you're looking at him from the front. Of course, like I said, they had to put the head on, you know, so he couldn't really be, you know, actually clutching his face. He kind of looks like he's more grabbing his hair. The only gripe I have with this guy now, maybe except for the... Oh, no, I did kind of notice with the paint. It's more like this, like, shinier stuff here, and that gets matte up toward the top. Very interesting there. The coloration, too, is just a little bit weird with, like, this being more, like, white. Like, that's, like, actually on that figure, that bit of white that you're seeing there. Is just kind of like how this hair parts. Because of, you know, like, the Super Saiyan hair on this guy and, of course, Beat. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, just to point it out, the hair is actually the same as on the logo, so that's pretty cool. But with Mass Saiyan's here, of course, this is, you know, like the Goku Bardock hairstyle. Of course, this part's kind of like flat, you know, in the anime, and then the other ones are more spiked up. So you kind of get this, like, line from the machine, which isn't too bad, you know, it's not too bothersome, this, like, right here. But, you know, it does kind of look awkward. It kind of reminds me of, like, figure arts where you have to take off this part to get the different faces on. But either way, I think that's going to do it for this video. I definitely enjoyed opening all these guys. This kind of started my whole like recent boom in Dragon Ball figure collecting, just because of this Xeno Goku, because he's the one I really wanted, and I was like, you know what, we'll just start buying them all. But either way, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, I'll leave links to where, you know, in each of these guys' videos where you can pick them up. But specifically for this video, Mass Saiyan, of course. I definitely recommend getting this guy. My final thoughts on him, I know I said I was skeptical in the beginning. I recommend getting him. He's definitely really cool. A lot better than I thought he was going to be honest. So, very glad that he kind of outblew my, or is that the right word? Either way, you get what I'm trying to say. He outdid my expectations. Either way, though, guys, hope you enjoy the video. More figure unboxings to come in the future. Keep an eye out for that Resolution of Soldiers Bardock. I'll be comparing to him for sure. For sure. Either way, though, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Epic, you two out. Peace.